coming out on Disney Plus and in the movies. Do we have any idea how many people are still going to actually go to the movies and spend, $20 on popcorn and soda versus staying at home and watching that, 85-inch flat panel they probably bought during the pandemic?
Yeah, which would cost you $30 because there is a bit of an upcharge if you do watch it on Disney Plus. But we have some kind of idea. It is the top pre-seller of 2021 on Fandango. It has sold more tickets before release so far, more than F9 and A Quiet Place Part 2. And it is even topping pre-pandemic Marvel movies like Spider-Man Homecoming and Doctor Strange. So industry analysts are forecasting somewhere between an $80 and $90 million opening. Disney is saying $75 million, maybe a little bit on the conservative side. So this is going to be, either number would be the biggest opening that we've had so far since March of 2020. So yeah, it's going to do well.
Does it matter how well it does? And I mean that in a sense, Erik, it used to mean everything because we weren't watching new movies at home. We'd watch them 6 months later when they would come out on whatever. Are the numbers the equivalent anymore? Do we have any historical metric, or has everything changed?
I think everything has changed for the moment, at least, because we're still sort of coming out of this thing. It's not like a light switch where you turn it on and then everything is back to normal. You'll have upside of 4,000 theaters open this weekend for Black Widow, which may mark the most amount of theaters that a film has been in post-pandemic. But, everybody's got to come back. And I still think there are some people that don't want to come back or are hesitant. But we are seeing that, with F9, with films like A Quiet Place, when you have those big anticipated movies, even though they were supposed to come out last year, people are still anticipating them. And the numbers are there and they're climbing with each big film that comes out.
How many movies are in the backlog, Erik?
There's a lot, but it doesn't necessarily feel that way. But there are definitely, from here on out, I actually call it an endless summer, because even once we get into September, because there was a bit of a backlog, you're going to feel like there's still big blockbusters coming out every weekend. So if you're a movie fan, it's all good news for you. If you are a studio, there's a lot of jockeying in terms of release dates that have to happen, especially with those films that are on IMAX screens, because there are a limited amount of them. But yeah, we still have a big James Bond movie coming out this fall, a big Dune movie coming out this fall. I think we have like another 4 Marvel films coming out. So there's a lot to look forward to.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.